Hey,
Yo,
America.
what is
What's
up,
up?
everybody?
What is up, America?
Hola. Going on, everyone?
Shaggy,
Good.
let's start off talking about your bandana. What's going on?
Dude, I used to rock this thing like 5-6 years ago. I gotta show you guys pictures like a couple years ago. I had a beard like past to where you could see. My hair was longer than my beard, and the bandana was the only way to stay cool in a brewery. So I'm busting it back out, man. I'm over hats. I've been wearing down like my widow's peak. I showed you guys not too long ago. So I'm going back with bandanas, man. It's cooler. You get the air coming in through the top.
It's beautiful. This thing of
I
beauty.
mean, you look like something out of like a ZZ Top.
Yes.
Yeah, where's your American flag bandana?
You know,
Listen to some Leonard Skinner.
I have a Jose Cuervo, not an American bandana.
For sure. Hold on, I'm gonna send out, getting hit up here on Instagram. Let me throw it out here.
Sound the alarm.
Right?
So,
Send it out to all of our adoring fans.
we got 9. Hey, listen to me. We got 11 committed people. Thank you so much. Hey, Suzanne, how are you? Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. And what is up, Ann?
And go Red Sox.
She's been a loyal follower, man.
I know.
Posting some funny stuff also, I've noticed on Facebook.
Bobby, what is up?
Bobby. These guys are all home with just kids, like solo. Oh, that's why this is like the highlight of their day. 4 o'clock. Other parents get home. Bye.
Esther and Maddie are tuning in. Sherry, what's up? What's
Hi,
up?
friend.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's jump into this. Hold on a quick second. Let me see if I can do this here. This always becomes tricky. I don't want to show what's on my computer. I don't want to get caught here. Hold on.
One thing real quick is we have a 7-foot-tall unicorn that sprays water over the entire yard.
Yes.
And look what I
And he stole the cornhole.
what I said.
Nice.
I had the idea a couple times.
I'm branding.
Mark's the only one with the biggest yard in OB to be able to actually play cornhole, though.
Yeah.
It's probably true.
All right, stand by here. Hold on a quick second. This might get funky for a second.
Are we gonna get another gnarly new loop like?
Listen to me. What happened was Mark was trying to watch himself on Facebook Live, and we went into multiple dimensions because he was playing it like 6 times trying to get.
Damn narcissist.
Yeah, it's so nice.
I want to see people's messages, but I didn't realize you had to turn down the sound on the Facebook side.
What the hell's going on here? Hold on a second.
Dude.
Can you see it?
I'm trying to watch yourself, man.
Is it playing? No, it's not playing. Hold on.
We're seeing it.
Stop sharing. Hold on a quick second. This is a disaster.
It's the status quo.
This is a disaster.
Every late night show.
It's a train wreck, man. You can't look away.
Hold on a quick second. You guys all chill out there.
All the late night shows are literally going this way as well, by the way.
This is why they tune in.
All right. Well, while you're working on your technical difficulties, I'm getting a beer.
Thanks.
Do it.
Oh, here we go. Now, Shaggy. All right. Sure. Here we go. Are we there? You guys good? You see it?
Yeah, dialed.
All right. Let's do it.
No sound.
No sound still.
You gotta click your sound guy a couple times.
You got it muted.
Quiet. You guys be quiet.
Silence.
You guys be quiet. Hold on a quick second. All right, one more time. If I can't get it this time, we're gonna. Ryan did so good on this, so I'm just trying to support here. But if I can't get it going here, we're gonna. Let's start out with what you guys been up to. What have you been up to, Shags? What have you been up to? Don't tell me nothing. I don't want to hear nothing.
I finished the kids' skateboards. I've been reading. I read the brewing gozas and historical brewing books and shit. So I've been just reading brewing books, man. Let me grab the kids' skateboards. I want to show you this.
Yeah.
You can go to somebody else.
I've been getting in the water, which is good. That's actually made me completely sane. And then, man, it's just 4 kids, and schooling is like brutal. It's like Zoom meetings, and when's your Zoom meeting? And then I got to like get them going. And fortunately, kudos to the public school system is that they're able to provide all the kids computers during this time, or we would have been completely messed up.
Oh, wait a second. They provide the kids computers?
Yeah, they give them iPads and computers. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it was crazy because their whole system, it's like you pull up in this long line of cars and you write down their school ID number and what school they go to, and then you hold the paper up against the window, and then they would look at it.
Strap the computer to your car?
Yeah, they would text it into the gymnasium inside, and then it was a whole like CIA mission going on to get this computer. Yeah.
Kelly, what's up? Neil, what is up?
Yeah.
What is up? So, Shag, let's see those skateboards.
Dude, so I made these a while back.
Oh, those are amazing.
Little man.
Whoa.
And then the kids painted the bottoms, and then obviously Elena gets pink. Elijah gets blue, Elena gets pink.
Hell yeah.
What kind of truck?
Those are dope.
If anybody wants skateboards, Magic Carpet Rides LLC.
What
Matt, what are you selling right? Did he just
Yeah, he just did a drop right there.
Oh, by the way, our sponsor,
Hey, whatever.
I'm gonna go get my
Brian, who's been wearing
By the way, I'm a
trusted shit for
skateboard
the last couple weeks. It was just a random thing. My dad and I did a couple years ago. We made random skateboards. I've probably made 4 or 5. My dad's made a couple. It's just random shit that like. One day, my dad got a hair up his ass and was like, "You want to make a skateboard?" And I was like, "Sure." So we occasionally make skateboards here and there now.
But if you're,
I'm gonna try this again one more time. Hey!
Are we officially starting now?
Hey! All right, guys, that was it. Welcome.
I think we need to reiterate that what's unique about Ryan's photo is that he's pounding a wine cooler. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, it's a Seagram's Seabreeze Berry Blast. It's so good. It's my golf drink of choice. It's got my classy bit.
Amy. Hey, Amy, what's up?
There's Amy.
Stay tuned. We got we have some information about that for later. Absolutely.
Sure.
Only if Amy doesn't break a collarbone or it's a collarbone, right? Yeah. That's a little inside one. She'll get it.
Inside joke.
She'll get it.
She'll get it.
So, Rye, what have you been up to?
Man, hanging out with the kids. Still cooking. I know you said you like to cook. I love to cook, so I'll wake up and pre-prep different glazes and sauces and kind of plan out the week. And I'm kind of the grocery shopper, a little more savvy, a little better at dropping $300 on $500 worth of stuff. But it's been crazy.
Those street books, dude.
Yeah, hanging out. I had my teenage daughter. Obviously, she's from a previous, so I got to actually spend some time with her. It was a little weird because of the shift happened, and then all this happened, and it was like she's kind of in her compound, and so we kind of were understanding, and so now she's here and helping out a lot, and she's 15. I want to take her out, do a little driving in a parking lot, get her ready for permit, and actually open up my computer for the first time in a while, just trying to get my fingers back to normal. Yeah. It's tricky. I'm not a computer dude.
We were on the phone with Ryan yesterday when he opened up his computer, and it was like he hadn't seen a computer in
like ever. I was like, I was from the 1800s.
He's like, how do you guys turn this thing on? How do you turn this thing on? What does shift do? What does shift do?
Oh, These guys know I am so
Where's that
bad.
Ethernet cable?
Yeah, so bad. I'm gonna take a.
He
I
thought
thought
the
about
Google was
this.
the pet name for my wife.
Yeah. I need to take a XL for Dummies course.
Where's
This whole time, dude.
Shaq Grande was a
So-
special guest. We'll bring him back, though. I'm sure.
Yeah.
He had the best ratings of all of our 4 episodes.
Yeah. He crushed. Yeah.
Dude, that is the worst part about that is I was completely unaware the entire time.
That's
And
the
Yeah.
someone's sitting in there like, "It's your dad." I'm like, "Nah, it's Freddie."
Esther wanted to know, did you know and you were just playing along?
No, not at all. 100%. I am the most gullible son of a bitch in the world.
Well, and when I asked the question if they're related to someone, I was going towards Mickey and your cousin, Ryan. I was thinking Shaq Grande.
Yeah.
Wait, is Mickey your cousin?
Yeah. He's my
Shaq.
my aunt's husband's kid, dude. Where have you been?
Oh shit! I just thought it was like a name, like Cousin Mickey, because he was there so much.
Yeah. So good.
That's why we named the jambalaya.
Like I said, I just figured it was because he was there all the time. I had no idea.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
I actually, so Mickey's shop, I used to work next to Mickey's shop, and me and him used to fucking fight all the time about who would be able to drive through and who couldn't, because we shared like an easement. So Mickey and
That
I
sounds
used to
about right.
fight like, I don't know, shit, dude. It was probably 9 years ago. I was at his vintage wine cellar shop. I was the shop right next to him. We always used to fight about who was able to drive through and who wasn't.
Well, the one thing I learned really quickly about Ryan was that he's like related to everybody. Like everybody would show up and it's like, yeah, it's my cousin's sister's mom's brother from a former marriage. We kind of hang out sometimes. You know, like what?
His
Yeah.
great grandparents were Mr. and Mrs. Escondido.
Yeah, I still don't get it. Yeah. It's like the quasi mayor over there, but it's
Yeah, he's
weird
a
too. My
Patriots
family's so
fan.
small.
Yeah, he's a Patriots fan. Which,
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
so crazy.
Well, now he's a Tampa Bay fan, I think.
Oh,
The Tampa Bay Patriots.
boy.
Hey, they might actually win something this year, or at least get closer than what they've been.
Oh,
I don't
if there
know.
is a season,
Yeah.
there might not be a season by the time he retires.
I don't know about that. Well, guys, I have a drunk little person that moved into the house. My daughter has all of a sudden turned into a drunk midget. And
Welcome to fatherhood, buddy.
runs around the house yelling, and sometimes she's super happy and loving, and sometimes she's like a little Chucky doll running around the house. So
I don't know where she got that from.
I don't know where was that? I don't even know. Esther,
We've seen Natty drunk.
Oh man, it's been
Dude.
cool. Like she has grown like so quickly, and like getting things we're talking about. Like we have like bunnies and birds in the backyard, and I go, shh, you're gonna scare the bunny, and then I'll be talking loud, and she'll turn to me and she'll go, shh, because I'm talking too loud, like stuff like that. It's like crazy. Dude. It's like crazy, but I don't know. It's been. I'm ready. I think we're all ready to get into it, man. I got the fire in my belly, and I'm ready. I'm ready.
You just want to get away from your 1.5-year-old, man.
Now you got a 1.5-year-old. You ready?
Hey,
No,
Danny, full friction, baby.
Hey,
Nice.
what's up? What's
Nice.
up, Danny?
So, but hey, guys. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. All 23 or how many happened over the course of our deal. But this weekly thing has been like my therapy session. So, like, thank you to the 3 of you guys and everybody who tunes in. It's just talking,
thank you guys.
getting things off our chest, having fun, and hope you guys are digging and having fun with us. So today, on the episode today, we're going to introduce
On the shit show today.
on the train wreck today. By the way, we wasted an hour of our lives the other night watching. We finished Ozark, and that's the first series that I had watched in, I don't know, about 2 years. First TV I've watched in about 2 years with opening the whole deal. But and then we watched the episode of Tiger King, follow-up episode.
So good.
So,
I still have not gotten into Tiger Kings. I can't do it.
Don't waste your time.
Stoop that low.
That time back in your life.
He's my spirit animal, dude. That's it. He's my spirit animal, dude. Joe Tiger, I'm gonna be him for Halloween. He is a disaster. That is it. And you went to school in Virginia.
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Mountaineer.
Good
Appalachia, right? Like
by the way, where everybody is related to everybody. So you would do really well in West Virginia.
Well, that whole side of the family that Mickey's on, they're all Kentucky. So I'll tell you that. Like it's all
even
Kentucky
more
side.
incestuous.
My dad's side is the East Coast side, and then my grandma's all Kentucky.
Real quick, what's the number one pickup line in West Virginia?
Nice too.
Nice tooth. Yep.
Nice dude.
Nailing it.
Yeah, she's a 2 at 10. She's a 10 at 2, baby.
So we lost our
state
market in West Virginia, dude. Our distribution in West Virginia is going to die now.
No, we'll crush out there. They'll forget about it tomorrow.
So we'll crush. I'm famous in West Virginia.
Yeah, he's a legend, dude. He had an ice cream truck. That's what I'll leave. That's where I'll leave it. An ice cream truck.
Legend.
Wasn't ice cream, but he had an ice cream truck.
So we're gonna introduce somebody real quick. Oh, I see him. He's dialed up. Hold on a quick second. Let me just say I see you. We'll dial you in a second.
I do have to say, I just saw this name, the Killer Baskin IPA.
Ooh.
Market it now. Take it. Trademark it.
That ain't bad.
Playing video. Ryan, what are you going off screen? Are you taking bingers off screen?
Oh yeah, no, I'm taking Bing longs. No, I have this device over here. It's freaking little.
What is
it? I'm in my daughter's room right now. So I have to use my 15-year-old daughter's room because it's the only room that I can get into to like freaking record without the kids.
Because your 15-year-old daughter has it isolated for herself.
And I can only hit Bing loads in here. No.
The Killer Baskin IPA. Danny's on a roll here. Danny's on
she's fired up.
Roll right now.
She's fired up.
She is fired.
She
should be fired up
right now.
Danny, be fired up.
Yeah, you're fired up.
Okay, so we're gonna introduce somebody to the team, to the MYL Live family and team here in a second. But I'm gonna try and do this again before we dial them in here, and see if I cannot screw up. So
here's where the real train wreck starts.
Stand by here. Stand by. All right. Can you guys hear it?
Oh yeah.
The action really got me into cooking, and the fact that an 8-hour day felt like it was 4 hours, If you think when you're working in the kitchen, you get to play with fire, so that's kind of cool, huh? And then, of course, working with food and making people happy, nourishing people. It's that feeling of instant gratification. You can make a dish and put it in front of somebody, they can take a bite, smile, and be like, that was awesome. Yeah, it's really important to source good ingredients. I honestly kind of look at it like cheating. Every Saturday I go to Cyclops Farms. It's a really cool little farm here in Oceanside, family owned. Luke is the farmer. He's a really rad dude. I get vegetables for the restaurant. I also love getting the dirt of the farm on my shoes. I feel like that's a cool thing. I tell him that's good luck. He just laughs at me when I say that. My newest thing actually is non-dairy cheeses or vegan cheeses. I'm actually culturing my own bacteria. And I've always loved fermenting things. I got my own kombucha, all different kinds of things. So it's kind of neat to ferment these like nut-based cheeses now. And they're turning out really good too, which is cool. Since I live right by the beach and there's these huge rocks and stuff, I'll go do like some dips or like back bends and stuff using the rocks down there, or like, you know, curls with rocks. I call it my Rocky Balboa. I feel like yoga definitely helps with stress levels and tension levels for sure. It helps release. That's one reason why I really liked it, because I always try to keep a calm, mild manner, but you know, every once in a while in the heat of the battle, things can get pretty intense. It's nice to be able to relax and focus on your breathing and be able to ground yourself. I recently started doing yoga at Vital here in Oceanside. I always run there, so I'll do a little pre-jog, usually go down by the ocean, kind of check out the waves or whatever, and then jog up to the gym, and then get there and kind of warm up a little bit, and then I'll go do yoga. And then I climb. I do climb. It is a climbing gym, so I really never climbed up until December as well, too, when I signed up for the gym.
Ryan, you could do this, right?
Being healthy is everything, to be honest. Being healthy in a state of mind, being healthy physically.
Mark, by the way,
just, you know, when you're in a position of leadership and things like that too, you want to lead by example. You can't be always behind or always kind of struggling or something, I feel like, because it all falls from the top. So if your leader's strong and, you know, healthy, then that's, you know, a really good thing, and the team will follow with that. So it feels good to be healthy and actually feel like myself.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Fucking deep, man.
So without further ado, and guys, you may not recognize him, because he looks. Oh shit! What am I doing? Hold on.
No, you're all right. Just wondering what.
Hold on. Okay, we're good. Without further ado, and you may not recognize him because now he looks like a character out of the Bible. Our new chef. Chef Be Real, what is up?
Yeah.
What's up?
Did you get the coffee maker working?
What's that?
You got that coffee maker working for your computer?
No, that got set back.
So good. So good.
So, guys, I want to introduce you to Chef Daryl, and Chef D Real, as we call him, is the new chef at MYL Live, and we're so stoked to have him. You're kind of famous in Oceanside. I mean, we showed your video. You're kind of famous in Oceanside now.
Yeah, I've been out here for about 4 years in Oceanside. I was the chef at Masters for 2 years. And I've been a part of Vital, which that video was from. Vital actually recorded that for a little member spotlight. I think it was about 2 years ago. It was while I was working at Masters just down the street. So, yeah, I love it out here in Oceanside, man. I live right by the beach. I actually just got done with my beach jog about 30 minutes ago or so. And still, I've been forced to go back to my Rocky Balboa training and lift rocks off the beach and stuff to exercise. But
dude, and
but it's been working.
For the record, Daryl's in on this beard thing. So we all said we weren't going to shave. I mean, Shaggy's kind of whatever, but we all said we weren't going to shave.
I'll try to catch up
until the doors are open. But Daryl apparently had to trim his beard already once. He told me earlier.
I just had to even it out. Apparently, the gray hairs grow faster than the regular ones. So it should be the opposite way, right?
Yeah,
should be, man.
We're there, dude.
So I'm actually kind of stoked because you know, I'm all about yin and yangs, and I feel like Daryl and Shaggy, like Daryl is Shaggy's yin to his yang. They're like, you know, that whole thing.
No, I don't feel like that's accurate at all. Because
really? Shaggy's like F yoga, dude. F yoga.
Yin and yang is opposite. So it's the balance of opposite forces basically creating a harmony.
I love it.
Like Daryl and I, if I was like, no offense, Daryl, but probably like 10 years older, like we probably would have been doing the same type of drugs. With each other.
And that's it for the show, ladies and gentlemen. See you later.
Hey, I'm still young at
5
heart,
weeks for
though.
that.
Oh, dude.
I mean, yeah, Haley, he is great. He is great, Haley.
You guys are like a rabbit and a
No,
predator.
so that's what I mean. Is like with the yin and the yang, it's like the composition of the two elements constantly fighting but creating the balance. And like, dude, I mean, in the one conversation that I met you before all this shit went down, Daryl, and oh man, did he just quit?
That's that beach Wi-Fi, dude.
Yeah.
He's already quit. He already quit.
Yeah, he quit. Thanks, Shaggy.
Thanks, Shaggy. Cool.
Please.
Our show's over. Our restaurant's
Shaggy.
over.
I mean, really.
Really got the classifieds.
Come on.
Oh man.
You had
okay.
to go against my yin and yang, Shaggy? I mean, come on.
No. So that's what I'm getting at. Is
You
like,
got offended. And you called him old? And you called him old.
You've known the guy for 5 minutes. Let's go.
All right. It's off.
oh fuck.
Oh man. Anybody want a cooking job?
Yeah, I mean, are there any chefs out there that will be okay with Shaggy defending you on a daily basis?
Insinuating that you take drugs. And
Well, apparently we're gonna be looking for a head brewer too. 'Cause I just ruined everything.
All right.
I'm back.
Back.
I actually went to move my computer and shut it off. Apparently, the power button's right on the side. So,
Oh, you
is that a
started
new
lear-
one? Yeah, there you go.
yeah,
So-
I have about an hour on this computer, so I'm learning as I go.
Well, Daryl, according to Shaggy, if you were younger, you would know how to use technology.
No.
Yes.
No.
You're so old.
Because I am the most.
Hey, I had a computer like 20 years ago.
I'm the most technological illiterate person out there, maybe other than Ryan, which is also our influencer.
Seriously, Ryan's going to quit? I mean, you're going to offend everybody?
All right, I'm out. McDonald's is hiring. See ya.
So what I was,
Go
what I was
where
getting
Daryl's
at,
going.
what I was getting at before Daryl hung up and decided to quit real quick was no, I think so. The yin and yang is not the best analogy because yin and yang is like the opposites make the perfect harmony. And after the one talk that I had with Daryl that we had real quick was like, dude, like in the quick, it was like maybe 45-minute talk that we had before all this went down and then we actually met in person was we both were just nerding out on like fermentation and homemade kombucha and homemade pickling stuff and pairings and
Love
shit.
it.
So it's like, I love the analogy of the yin and yang, but I think Daryl and I are more on the same side of the yin or the yang, whatever you want to call it. So I think it's going to be great for the brewing side. It's basically where I'm getting at. I'm fucking super stoked, man.
No, and that's a great
Yeah,
transition because
totally.
that's kind of the piece that I mean, we've made it no surprise on this live stream and just in general. We've done a lot of things really great and a lot of things we need to improve on. And one of the areas that we wanted to improve on was the food program, but not only food program existing on its own, but the vision that Mark and I and everybody's had, Shaggy, in blending the worlds of the food program and the beer program. And Daryl, not to put you on the spot, but I'm going to put you on the spot. Some of the things
That's what
that
I'm
we
here
kind
for.
of talked about, kind of blending those worlds and things that you and Shaggy's actually tearing up. I saw him wipe his eyes.
It's not the humidity, man. It's
I'm not crying. You're crying.
You're crying. So Daryl, what are some of the things that you as far as incorporating the food program, the beer program, and bringing those worlds together that you've done or plan to do?
I mean, I would love to do some like beer and food pairing dinners, stuff kind of that's off the menu, maybe unique, talk with Shaggy obviously before that, but, I'm always excited to do cool things like that. And also gives the guests a chance to get stoked on something a little different, same atmosphere, same location, but like a different twist on some things and, which can create a cool experience. And, I definitely hope to do that down the road, and hopefully people will be, waiting for the next, beer and food dinner. Other than that, of course, trying to incorporate the beer somewhat into the regular menu too, if possible. I was talking with, Jamie the other day. It's like you can't really just throw beer in a dish and say, hey, we're a brewery, there's beer in this dish. Yeah, it makes sense, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. So, but I've been doing a lot of thinking and, pondering ideas and stuff like that, trying to do some cool stuff for sure. I'm really stoked to be a part of the team and to be a part of the live broadcast too, I guess. So I don't know if I had a choice, but no, I'm just kidding.
There was no choice. There was no choice. And the fact that you went
forced.
down and you lifted rocks before you got on here, too.
Man, that sounds like a lot of work.
So you guys, there was a little thing going on. You guys maybe potentially collabing on a beer barbecue sauce, a beer cheese sauce. Is there something going on there? Possibly.
Oh yeah, there'd definitely be something going on there for sure. We'll be back in the kitchen here in a couple days, so we'll really start hitting the ground, running on all those ideas and stuff when we get there. But yeah, I mean, definitely, it's still to be, the story is still to be told though. So
Hey, man, I will provide all the beer you need for any sauces you need.
yeah, totally. And I know I'd mentioned this to you before too, but I work with a lot of local farms, and sometimes they have an abundance of fruit and stuff like that too. So we can definitely, link up with that to get you some of those local ingredients to brew with and stuff too, which is,
I did want to say, man, like I saw the Cyclops farm in your little intro video. I've worked with Luke before when I was at Mason, man. Like, he has the best strawberries, hands down, probably in the world.
Oh yeah,
like
that's
Luke,
what I say. Best strawberries in the world. I've always said that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
working
he's got
farms and shit will be super fun, and I'm stoked, man, for the journey.
And
yeah, totally.
Shaggy, I'll definitely hook you up with that cotton candy company so you can do that cotton candy hazy IPA.
Oh yeah, dude, cotton candy,
Carne asada burrito stout.
pastry seltzer, barrel aged. Yeah, dude, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Well, who's on to something is Suzanne, because beer battered fish, that could be a real potential there.
That actually might be
man.
conversations going on.
And by the way,
Yeah,
for the
totally.
record, Suzanne makes, what do you call it in Wisconsin?
The curd. Cheese curd.
The cheese rings. It's the cheese Kringles.
No. It's the monkey bread, but they have
monkey bread. Yeah.
They have a word for it in Wisconsin. What's it called? Daryl, you're from that. Daryl's from Michigan, by the way.
I'm from Michigan.
He's a Michigan State, Wisconsin.
Yeah, dude, if it's
I can call my friend. He lives in Wisconsin.
Yeah. He's a Youper. Are you a Youper or a troll?
No, I'm a troll. I'm from
troll,
Detroit.
You're under the bridge.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a Youper. I'm from Detroit.
Thanks for coming in. It's called
Pluck It.
It's the monkey bread of Wisconsin.
And it crushes, dude. It's
okay.
But you guys, just to back up to Daryl coming into the mix and everything, expect us to see a refreshed and new menu in general. I mean, you'll see some of the staples, and those might, still be altered a bit. But that's the whole thing, is we're coming out of the gate. We're rolling dice coming out the gate strong.
100%. And to that point, and a lot of people have been asking, and let me back up to Michael's question here. Is Michael the guitar player of
not for our favorite reggae?
Yeah,
I'm drawing a blank right now.
Oh yeah, dude, that's freaking Maca Roots, right?
What's up, Michael?
Love it.
We love Maca.
So
Love Maca.
Not to get off the food program, but the question is like, when are we going to be able to resume live music? And the question as a whole is, how are things going to change or not at MYR Live, be it the food program, the drink program, the beer program, the venue itself, live music? And I'm going to go around the horn real quick here and give everybody a topic, and you guys just kind of shoot from the hip based on what we've kind of had conversations about and what and the whole thing. I'll take the music deal. We honestly don't know. I mean, the sooner the better. The reason we had to stop having music is A, we had to shut down, but B, there was that order not to have events or gatherings larger than, first it was 200, and then I think it went down to 100, and I think it went down to 50. So we had to say again.
And then 5, right?
Was it?
Yeah. I mean,
Well, now apparently none, except for the people that go to the beach. But that's a whole nother story.
Obi.
Let's not get political, Jamie. We already went down that route.
I'm not going to get political on this thing. So, although that had the highest viewer ratings, guys, the highest viewer ratings that we've ever had was our political political.
That was my least favorite. It was the most uncomfortable, man.
That might have been why it was the best, because you looked uncomfortable the whole time.
Yeah, because I want to go fucking surfing.
Yeah, I got death threats. All right, let's go.
So we don't know when we're going to have live music back. It's partially a direction from the feds in state, but also it's kind of comfort level, right? So it's how do we create a space where people are comfortable, they want to come, spend time, but at the same time, not be crowded, not be confined. And I think MYL Live is a great space to do that. So Mark, I'm going to move, let's see, what is this? My left to my right. Mark, the venue, what do you think after this whole Corona thing is going to happen? What do you think is going to change as at the venue as a whole, as far as the way it's set up, what we do, that kind of thing?
well, I think we touched a little bit on this last time, but I think we're in a really, really good position as far as opening and when we can open. You know, what's amazing about MYL Live is that we've got, first of all, we've got 7,000 square feet of outdoor patio space, which is, there's not a lot of places that can offer that, as well as, we designed the place originally to put as many garage doors as possible so that we can open all those doors up, and the inside feels very much like the outside because we're getting those cross breezes and that. So I think, obviously what we're going to look to do first is just create more seating outside, and just so that we can, people can come in. It's fortunate too that we did put in an island style bar so that you can actually order drinks outside as well. So I think that, a priority for us is definitely going to be, putting some seating in, spread the tables out, put more seating, like more traditional seating outside, as well as spread tables outside, and really kind of hopefully create, more of a comfort level for people knowing that they can come to MYL Live and it's going to be, open and airy and welcoming.
Yeah, listen, I don't want to sit. I personally, regardless of MYL Live, probably for a while, don't want to sit in a closed restaurant with a bunch of 2 and 4 tops next to each other. And to your point, we're fortunate enough to have that ability to spread those tables out and have the ability to feed a lot of people too. So, Ryan, transitioning to you, and we haven't said this yet, but congratulations. We're fortunate enough to have that ability to spread those.
Tom Brady going to the Bucks again, or what?
Somebody's playing Facebook again. Mark, is that you playing Facebook again? It must be Daryl wants to see himself on Facebook Live. So
yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah,
no, we've done it. Don't go down the rabbit hole, man.
It'll wind up looping all of our words. You don't
want
want
to
to hear
sound
that. So bad.
You go into a black hole.
Another dimension like this. Time warping.
So Ryan, transitioning to you.
Yeah, I know it's weird, right? Like you got to point to the opposite side.
And congratulations.
Yeah, you do.
One of the things we haven't announced yet, and I'm going to take the opportunity to do that. Ryan has been a jack of all trades, bar manager, front of house, co-manager, helped in a variety of ways, and just recently, actually as of today, right?
Yep.
We brought him on officially as MYL Live's venue manager. So congratulations, Ryan. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I mean, blessing, honor and blessing. Yeah,
So that
seeing
being
these guys.
said, what do you see from a service side? How is service going to change? Stay the same? Like, what's it going to look like post this pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. It's something that I've probably wrapped my head around more than anything because I don't know that we quite grasped everything that we wanted to do. There was a lot of moving pieces, and you guys know that we grasped how we really wanted to handle service. And this could be certain time frames of the day, of the week, and the periods of how we do things. But we'll always be fast casual, but I think with the amount of capacity to start and the way we have tablets and the way we do things, we might be able to bring service to people at certain times of the day, especially being spread out. I think it's a lot safer than line systems. That's something we can discuss. But having the ability to shrink those lines by having certain areas of service and certain time windows as we start to trickle into letting people in the doors and building on what the numbers are going to generate, I think it's actually a safer bet to probably see a little more of that. But don't take me out of context. People don't think we're going to just start serving tables, but I think that we'd already talked about that prior to closing down and kind of meeting in the middle, more cocktails, more drinks. Getting certain orders, especially at lunch. I think we have the ability to get certain tables and to do that with the volume. But we're definitely going to see people not wanting to stand probably in tremendous lines, probably be a lot safer to bring one person that is more sanitized to you versus us. But, we'll meet in the middle. We'll merge as much as we can. We're going to conform to make you guys feel safe and comfortable, very clean. We're very clean, and I can ensure that. Jamie and Mark did a good job of making sure we were clean, and Shaggy's sanitary as hell.
What I do.
He's spraying. He's got a spray bottle of sanitizer like around the corner when I come out of the bathroom, like spraying my hands. But
We did not drug test the brewer, though. However,
yeah, no, it was a bad idea.
Don't ever drug test the brewer, dude. You'll never find one.
and based on your comments, we're not going to do it to the chef.
Yeah. Long story short, though, service-wise, just expect to see probably some little niches here and there as we evolve into it and try to find that happy medium and that sweet spot of how we can still maybe get some minimalized lines and still be able to get out and minimalize the amount of people standing around in one large area. I'm sure that's something we're going to have to focus on. But the food's going to be phenomenal. This guy is incredible, so it's going to be awesome.
Hell yeah. And Shags, I know we touched on it a little I think last week. Although things may not change because of this, what do you got? What do you got in the hopper? What can people look forward to coming up here?
Ryan and I were actually finally able to sit down and talk about some things today. So we got for when we're ready to roll out, man, we got beer list, basically pricing list. But we got the furloughed farmhouse. Ryan tried it today. It doesn't suck.
So phenomenal.
It's
so
a
phenomenal.
good summer beer for the heat.
For the record, that's Mark's sister-in-law who's saying that. I'm just going to shout that out there.
But no, I got 3 beers in the tanks that are ready to go. I got 1 tank that's ready to open.
How about your barrel shit, dude?
Oh, dude, the barrel shit. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, I'm excited about that. So, Baba Yaga, which I don't know if you guys have tried, is a collab that we did with Black Plague back in the day. It's a Russian Imperial Stout. And then I took that recipe. Sorry, had a little mind blank right there. So basically, pre-brewed that beer, put it into Cutwater bourbon barrels, let it sit, and I've got 3 barrels. I've tested all the barrels. I've got 3 barrels that are ready to start pulling. One's a barley wine that I haven't actually – nobody's ever tried this beer. It was designed to go into barrels, so it went straight into barrels. Ryan has actually tried this beer because I pulled it out of the barrel last time we saw each other.
So clean.
And it's a very cognac-esque. It's basically a fucking cognac. It's kind of gnarly. So when we open, we're gonna have not only the beers that we had prior ready to sell. We're gonna have a couple new beers, barrel-aged beers. I'm hoping to open up with like 3. I'm gonna do a blend, and those work out well. So we can have 3 barrel-aged beers. All this goodness, like I'm I'm excited for the beer program, man. Like, especially working with Daryl, man. Like, I cannot say how fucking stoked I am to work with you on shit.
Yeah, no, totally. Me too.
So real quick though, the backup. Can you tell an abbreviated story about how you and Shaggy picked up those barrels from Cutwater? Can you just tell an abbreviated story?
Well, I mean, abbreviated story is I've been trying. I was begging Mark and Jamie to let me fucking spend $1,500 to pick up barrels, and they kept telling me that no, calm the fuck down. Like, let's wait for shit to happen. Yeah, Mark, the money guy, kept telling me like, you can't just keep throwing money into statements and expect something to happen.
I'm dead.
Someone's got to do it.
So, luckily, one of my favorite people in the world is also my old boss that I met at Lost.
Better boss than Mark too. Better boss than Mark.
money man, Mark.
So, she's now the director of research and development for Cutwater. So she's the one. Every new like little cocktail that you get. Shout out to Gwen Connolly. She is the fucking most badass lady in the world. She develops all the cocktails and make sure everything doesn't fucking die at Cutwater, basically. She was my old boss. So I had a nice little like text message stream with her. Basically, all their barrels they can't reuse because laws regulate that you can't reuse bourbon barrels and stuff like that. So when they emptied all their bourbon barrels, I hit her up first thing and was like, do you have any? Anheuser-Busch might actually be pissed about this because they bought them.
We're screwed.
Yeah, I don't know if I was allowed to buy those. But anyways.
Listen, I said abbreviated.
That's why you said abridged version.
Too late now. So my old boss basically gave me homie hookup pricing on these barrels. So Money Man Mark wasn't too mad about me getting those.
I had to be pesos, and it was.
Well, what? Listen to me. What happened when you guys went to go pick him up? Your dad went to go pick him up, and what did you need to do? This is where I'm trying to get at with the story. Did you guys go to a pawn shop and buy shoes?
So yeah, that was the thing. So I considered going and picking up these barrels. If I'm out of the office, dude, if I'm not getting paid, granted I'm salary, if I'm not getting paid, I wear fucking flip-flops, dude. Like, so we go to pick up these barrels at Cutwater, and they tell us we are not allowed in the building without closed-toed shoes. So my dad and I fucking Google Goodwill, the closest Goodwill, and we go buy fucking shoes. So we can so my dad walk in there. My dad and I walk in there. He's got loafers on, and I still have my shoes. By the way, he still has his. We actually found some nice ones for like $5. Not bad.
Not bad.
Some nice closed-toed shoes on a short budget.
Oh my!
Shag Grande walks in to get barrels with loafers
on.
Jordan.
He looks like the guy
Cardinal
with
shorts and his loafers.
Dude, so he actually still wears them like comfortably around the house. Mine were top like loafers. So I've got felt top loafers. And walk into Cutwater in like basically board shorts and tank tops with loafers. Pick up barrels. So
You could have expensed that, by the way.
Noted.
Money Man
Every time I'm going to Cutwater, I'm stopping at Goodwill on the way, dude.
So good, dude.
I'm sorry, Jamie. I honestly kind of forgot about that whole laugh about it.
That was the
That's
best
just kind
part.
of like my normal.
That was the best part. We come back to like got the barrels, and we had to buy shoes to get the barrels. Like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, we showed up in flip flops, and they wouldn't let us in, so we went to Goodwill, and we had to buy. And Shag Grande was like so stoked about him. He went out to the car.
He still wears them.
He's like, these are nice. These are like $5. He's like, these are great shoes. Look who got rid of these for
Eddie-
$5.
Well, and so the best part was, dude, they had leopard print high heeled like
Oh
shoes
God.
in my size that I almost bought, and I texted a picture to my old boss who was at Cutwater, and she was like,
Oh God.
"No high heels. Like we don't allow high heels in the brewery. Like no open toed shoes and high heels." And I was like, "So
Yeah.
I
She's
could
like, "Who are you guys?"
Oh my God.
I
We're
could have
from
had
My
some
Yard Live. I don't know.
high heel leopard top, dude. Like that might be a name for a beer, especially with all this Tiger King.
No,
shit.
no. Chagrande's Loafers. That's the name of the barley wine. dude.
Chagrande's
Loafers. $5 loafers.
That has to be.
Yeah,
Chagrande's loafers.
So on
Daryl,
Greg,
aren't you? Real quick, Daryl, aren't you so glad that you joined this, dude? Your life was missing this. You could be
It
running
is
on,
pretty
running on the
entertaining.
beach or creating like some bitters or some fermentation, or you could just be
right?
on the show.
You could have been lifting
train
rocks
wreck.
on an Oceanside, but
Welcome to our train wreck.
I'd
Yeah.
have probably been watching TV, so this is more entertaining anyway. So
I would say
you're
it'd be
part of
more
us
of a
now,
train
bud.
wreck, but TV these days is maybe not.
Yeah, this is Tiger
Greg,
King.
he did not get too expensive shoes because he did not bring the receipt.
Give me a
wrap.
receipt. Give
No.
me a damn receipt.
Give the guy a damn receipt.
I swear it was only $3.50, Mark.
Upload the invoice into RSI, please.
Shaggy,
I'll create a new vendor for Goodwill.
Create a new vendor. Goodwill. They're like, who went to Goodwill?
Shaggy, before we go to Daryl, we have one question for you. It comes from Sherry. Shaggy, have you ever brewed with dragon fruit? A dragon fruit.
I personally have never brewed with dragon fruit. I've eaten a shit ton of dragon fruit, and I've messed around with a lot of things with dragon fruit.
What does that mean? What do you mean messing around with a lot of things?
Just like different recipes and
not like American Pie the movie or anything.
no. No, dragon fruit has always been one of my favorites. Like, obviously, it's a nice, like, it's a beautiful fruit when you cut it open and stuff. So it's nice to mess around with. I haven't done one yet. I was talking with Kyle. Shit, this was last year from Horace H. Dales. We were talking about doing a dragon fruit pilsner for like breast cancer awareness to make it basically like a pink pilsner or a pink lager and kind of get that color into something like that. Everything got kind of blown to shit. So we're, I will work with it eventually. And
it's not as sweet, right? It's not sweet, right? Dragon fruit, or is it?
It's dude, it's a weird anything. I mean, honestly, any fruit that you work with, like passion fruit or guava or dragon fruit, you can get a very different compound produced from like secondary fermentation in the beer rather than what you were like. So if you eat the fruit whole, you're expecting that to be in the beer. You drink a beer that has passion fruit. Everything that I have ever had with passion fruit and guava, all I get is like a very big sulfur compound because of how the alcohol reacts with it and stuff like that. So working with it in secondary fermentation and stuff like that is you're not playing essentially with just the fruit. You're kind of cooking or you're playing with how the yeast reacts with it and how it ferments those secondary sugars and shit like that. So it's one that I will definitely mess around with dragon fruit. I just got to find the right beer. And like I said, this year was where I was planning on doing it. And then apparently Corona ruined the whole world. So
we did those fruit forward blondes to start off, those block party blondes. We might be able to pull something off from that, you think?
Yeah.
Or what? Those worked out pretty well and they're pretty easy to manipulate.
Yeah. So that definitely would be something where we could, or even something would trust me,
Yeah, a little trust me action.
Sherry actually posted she's impressed and she mentioned very good with vodka. So Sherry's on for something here, I think.
There we go.
Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Sorry, I gotta sneeze.
And hey, Daryl, moving your way.
Down.
What? Yeah, exactly.
Damn it!
Damn it! What do you think?
You, right?
How do you think this thing's going to change food programs, and what are some of the things you're looking forward to, bringing without kind of releasing too much? Some of the things that you're looking forward to bringing to the menu at MYL Live.
I mean, we already touched base on one of that with Shaggy, which he's not there anymore. But to working with him and some of the beers and incorporating the beers in the menu and stuff is going to be really looking forward to that for sure. Because there's probably, it's not like I know everything by any means. So I'm excited to kind of learn what I can do with some of that stuff. And then, keeping the smoker rolling. Who doesn't like smoked food? I mean, you should be able to walk up to the restaurant and get hungry just by smelling the air, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, and then incorporating some of the local farms over the last few years, I made friends with a bunch of the farmers, on a more of a professional, but also like a friendship as well, too, which is super cool. And, just a bunch of cool stuff, man. Like, if it tastes good, then why not,
Oh, yeah. And then we talked about some of and we saw in the video too about the vegan cheese, man. Can we look forward to maybe incorporating some of that stuff too into the menu?
Yeah, I would love to do that. Actually, I've been really working with vegan and vegetarian foods a lot the last 4 or 5 years. So I really am looking forward to introducing some cool vegan and vegetarian things as well. And I would love to start up the cheese program again. It might be a little bit before that takes off, but
Naughty Burger.
yeah, I have this naughty burger because I looked at, usually when you go get like a vegetarian or a vegan option, it's usually tends to be pretty healthy. I mean, it makes sense, but what if you're a vegan and you're hungover and you want something greasy like a burger? I mean, it's got to happen,
good.
So I actually came up with this sandwich, I don't know, a few years ago, and the base of it is French fries. So it's kind of like my naughty, vegetarian or vegan sandwich, which I'm looking forward to putting on. Kind of goes good with everything too, on anything and everything. I mean, it's basically smashed up French fries. Long story short, so I mean, on a sandwich, like who wouldn't like that?
Yes, I would.
It also has quinoa and garbanzo beans that add some protein and stuff in it, so it's not completely void of any nutrition. But for the most part, it's a greasy, vegan, greasy kind of sandwich.
Mark, this is the whole thing because Mark, you learn from previous episodes. Mark's on a vegetable-based diet right now, so I think every time we talk to Daryl, like literally every time, we could be talking to him about hey, these invoices and this new software program, and Mark will come out of the blue and be like, hey, how about that naughty burger? Naughty burger or what's the naughty burger?
I hyped you guys up, and that was about 2 months ago now, but it wasn't supposed to be this long till you guys could try it. So I guess the anticipation is getting to them.
Well, now all our fans are going to want to, they're going to want to try the naughty burger.
Right. All of
and
awesome,
it's not just for vegans and vegetarians, it's for everybody.
Yeah.
I used to make people try it to be like, try this, and they'd be like, oh my god, that's so good. So
everybody
I eat diner food, I eat like deep fried food, I eat all kinds of whatever it is grossness. I grew up in the bowling alley here in Escondido eating food. But if there's a good like my wife loves to eat more veggies and more of the clean food, and if there's something good, I find stuff all the time. I'm like that, I'm freaking count me in. I'm down. Dude, sounds good.
Yeah, totally.
I'm down too.
In all, not I wouldn't say defense, but in openness as well. All beer that I make is vegan as well, except for Whitman because it has honey in it.
I like how he said in defense. In all defense.
That's what I'm drinking.
Oh, yeah.
I'm drinking the one. Thanks, Shaggy.
Dude, Mark, conversation, man, where it's like it's so
drinking
nice.
The one.
Like every couple of months or so, my wife and I will just be, dude, it's like we're just having fucking salads for a couple weeks. Like, so I totally get like the vegetarian and vegan thing. And so basically what I'm saying is all beers are vegan unless they have animal products like honey in them, like the Whitman.
You guys, when he sits there with his headband and his beard looking like he's eating top right now, and he goes, the wife Sometimes me and a wife eat fucking salads for 2 weeks at a time.
He's like the bass
Sometimes I
player
even
for
put
Kid
I
Rock,
eat French
dude.
fries for that salad. Who cares?
I love you in Kid Rock, dude. You look great.
I love
the bass
it.
player
I
for
love
Kid Rock.
Oh, God damn it. Hey, man, this headband has made it through like 7 countries. So fuck you.
I can't wait to be in the I can't wait to be in the same building with you, dude. And I'm glad this show's about to be canceled off the air, but that's okay.
Right?
So good. So good. Hey, we're running over as we usually do, but Mark, people been hanging in there. Here the announcement of the immediate future MyR Live. You wanna go live with that and let people know what they can expect and when and what we're up to?
Yeah, sure. I mean, so some of you or most of you have probably been hearing the initials PPP over and over and over and across every media source possible. And we, Jim and myself, have been navigating that process on a daily basis. And, the short of it is that after, sitting back and waiting for round 1, we saw nothing. And that was kind of scary. And then again, round 2, as of Monday,
Shaggy's bored.
No, sorry.
We received good news that we had qualified and are receiving the PPP.
Wow.
That being said, it means that, hey, we're going live with MyR Live next week. We're bringing on some staffing, and we're going to be starting to do takeout and delivery as of next Wednesday, as well as serving mixed drinks to go and growlers of beer, obviously. And so, it's overwhelming how exciting this news is for Jamie and I feel like, Amy, correct me if I'm wrong, but you and I, it's felt like we've been holding our breath for a couple months now.
Yeah.
And first time I've been able to exhale in a while. So, it's pretty amazing. Daryl, I'm picking up my Ujjayi breathing finally again.
I got to get back to that too.
It's been a crazy time. Honestly, there's been points where I've turned to Mark and my wife, and we've had conversations where like we don't know what the future is going to hold. And Monday morning, we kind of got the call, and it flipped everything upside down of like going from 0 to 100. And like we've said previously, this is when you open up a concept like this. You do a lot of things great, and you do a lot of things not great, and that happened to MyR Live, and this is an opportunity for us to, in many ways, have a second chance, and I know a lot of the folks here feel the same, and a lot of the staff and family that we're bringing back feel the same too, and so. Wednesday, you guys will see more announces. We would appreciate the huge support. We're going to be doing curbside pickup, so we'll be set out in front. Everybody who's been to MyR Live understands we have a huge parking lot, so you guys will order online via phone. Come in, let us know who it is. Go park. We take care of the rest, and it's going to be safe. It's going to be fun. You won't see a bunch of smiles because we'll have masks on, but either way, you'll see it in our eyes, and you'll see the excitement. We're stoked to see the family back at MyR Live and have Daryl here and Shaggy doing his thing and Ryan killing it, and we can't wait, guys. And so Wednesday, we're gonna kick this thing off. We're gonna run it until I guess the feds or state allow us to open the doors. And when we can open the doors, as Mark mentioned earlier, we'll have a whole new floor plan that will be set up for social distancing and allow you guys the opportunity to have space, but have a space where you can come and at least feel an energy from other people that maybe you haven't felt because everybody's been distanced. So we can't wait to see all the familiar faces and all the new faces. And I don't know. I'm so psyched. I have chills and my nipples are hard right now. So
yes, mine
wait.
too, dude. I
I
love
just,
it.
dude,
Let's
I just
go.
want people to start buying beer so I can fucking make beer again, man.
How come you couldn't be so short with the barrel story then?
Yeah.
I don't know. I get, dude, my wife hates it when everybody asks me about beers. I get way off track about that shit. This one's for Kelly, by the way. She asked for a beer shot, so
Beer shot it is.
Get it, girl. There you go.
So, guys,
There you go, Kelly's.
We're way past our time, but y'all, thank you so much for the weekly therapy session. Oh, by the way, next Wednesday we'll be live from My Yard Live. And we'll be posting, showing you guys what's going on. Special guests, social distance, special guests, and the whole deal. So can't wait to see you next Wednesday.
Comment online real quick if you want to see Jamie and rollerblades. Just comment online.
Yeah.
Don't forget to comment online.
I will throw them on. Don't.
Let's go.
Don't,
We can get 100 comments.
Don't threaten me.
I'll get it.
Rollerblades on.
Okay, guys. All right. Love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you Wednesday. Take care.
Peace. Love you guys, man. What a good